Hey golf fans, this is early 1981. I do hope all you fantastic viewers and subscribers are well. So, up to date is Scarpacci Vineyard 2020. This was designed by the one and only Scarpacci. So, fairways are normal, greens green speeds fast, everything else is left at default. We do have one tee option, which is playing 7,508 yards. And as always, for the camera flyby purposes, pin set numero uno. So for those of you who do not know Antonio Scarpacci, he is a designer who has been designing on this game since it first released in the original game at the golf club. So he certainly knows his way around the designer section. But hole number 1, par 4, playing 483 yards, certainly looks like the countryside theme. This is a theme that I don't think we've played in a while on the channel. But beautiful looking opening hole. We've got an elevated tee box. We are going to be driving into this beautiful countryside theme. Fantastic scenery, 0 mile per hour winds. I'm not a huge fan of that, but everything's set at default. I'm sure that will twist and turn as we make our way through this beautiful looking course. But push that one slightly. You can just about catch the rain coming down, guys. You'll see it in the ball trail when it's running on the greens or off the fairway like that opening tee shot. We do find a light rough. It's not too punishing. So greens are normal and fast, so 9 iron should just about get there. Just looking to land this slightly left of the pin stick. Good. Oh, I've put a fast. That's probably going to miss the green. How's our luck? Good bounce. Is it going to sit? No. That just trickles off onto the green fringe, but we should have a chip or a putt here. Only 4 yards out, so you're talking about 12 feet. Green speeds are 187. Let's rattle this into the flagstick. We've done exactly that, and we do somehow manage to scramble an opening birdie there and move to 1 under par. So, hole number 2, par 4, playing 414 yards, stroke index 11. It's been a while since I've played a course that features the rain. There's a rainbow. Absolutely stunning when you see a rainbow coming out of the trees just in behind that green there. Absolutely stunning view. Really nice touch, that one. It's a dog leg right. So we're going to look to see if we can come over the top of this tree here. Just going to loft this driver up. 5 mile per hour wind. It looks like the fairway's contoured to hold this ball coming in from this angle. We just about make it over the top of that tree, but if you look right in front of us now, that fairway sloped. So that is rewarding us if we are going to be aggressive off the tee box. So that should be no more than a lob wedge. Up 18 feet into a 4 mile per hour wind. Let me see. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's loft up this sand wedge a few touches. Ball's going to move right at our feet. Just looking to dial this one right into the flagstick here. Green looks fairly flat. Oh, fantastic strike. Absolute laser beam. This is tracking well. Should sit down very, very quickly. It does have generated a little bit of backswing, but I can assure you there must be a downward slope there, taking that back towards the pin. There is. Just slight downhill. And we do tap in our second birdie of the round. But there we go, guys. We've said it so often. That is such a random thing to happen in the game as the backspin. I'm sure if that green was flat, that wouldn't have happened. But we do move on to hole number 3. First of the par 5s, playing 583 yards, stroke index 13. But what a stunning looking course this is so far. Very, very impressed. Wouldn't expect anything less from Antonio. Like I say, very experienced designer in the golf club franchise. Trio of bunkers there defending this third pin. So 3 mile per hour wind. That bunker is in play. Just looking to come up the right hand side of this. See if we can thread the eye of the needle here. Push that one slightly right once again, but we should just about have enough fairway to work with. This should kick left, I would imagine. Didn't kick left at all, but we are on the fairway. I'm not sure if we can reach this in 2. We can actually. 252 up 16. We're going to be long, but I'm just going to fully loft up this 2 wood. Just try and find the centre of the green here. There's nothing there to work with. We are right, that ball's going to disappear off the slope. Good strike, absolute very clean strike. That's moving slightly to the right depending on the kick here. Sit down, we may just catch that slope. That could relieve a really awkward twisting uphill putt. This is going to be about 40-50 feet anyway for eagle. 51, up 1 feet. Ball's breaking slightly to the left at our feet. Then it's going to turn hard left here. Just want to get this up the slope. Green speeds are fast, 187. Certainly got the legs. Didn't have the read though, but that should check up any time soon. It does. Probably looking about a 6 foot putt for birdie. 6 feet bang on. Very little movement in this one. And we do secure our 3rd consecutive birdie and move to 3 under. So solid start to the round. But conditions are very, very favourable. Should be shooting low in these conditions. And we do move on to hole number 4. It's a long par 4 playing 503 yards, stroke index 3. But very impressed with the natural beauty of this course. It is a fictional course, obviously. Scarpacci Vineyards. So let's keep our eyes peeled for a vineyard. I'm not a wine drinker myself. I'm actually teetotal. I'm sure we'll be able to find a vineyard if there is one in here. Should just about make this with dry. Oh, I've pushed that right again. Like I said on the first hole, I am inclined to be pushing things to the right recently. But beautiful wee stream working its way through this hole as well. So we're 193 yards out, up 2 feet. I think we can de-loft this 6 iron here, in between clubs here a bit. But we're just going to try and sting this up towards the flag stick. Green did turn slightly right. I put a fast on it, a fast slow. It is something I've been experiencing quite a lot lately, is the slows, but I know what it is. It's my controller. It's like it's not registered on a full swing. My controller has become so sensitive with the pulling and pushing, and especially when my thumbs are sweating. So just trying to avoid them slows because they really affect the yardage of the ball. So 35 footer, this one's just going to turn slightly right. Certainly got a good weight. Oh, it's turned more. It's turned more than I expected it would. It can stop anytime soon. That's actually going to work its way off the green, is it? No. So we could well be dropping a shot here after that poor birdie putt. Poor approach shot as well, to be honest. Looks straightforward. Outside, should turn, does turn. And we do manage to secure our first par. And we are going to remain at 3 under par. Hole number 5, long par 3, playing 218 yards, stroke index 7. But these top designers don't run out of their plant meters, guys. So you won't see any frame rate or lag issues here. If it is, it'll be due to internet problems more than anything. So I think 5 hybrid is just about too much here. 210 yards down 6. 5 mile per hour wind. Let's go 5 iron. Just going to de-loft this, and we're probably going to have to play a touch of draw here just to counteract that wind. Quite a tough shot here, really in between clubs. So de-lofted 5 iron. We've applied draw, counteract that wind. See if we can get this running up towards the pin. Oh, it's a laser beam. Draw's kicked in beautifully. Oh, this could be a pin seeker if it sits. Come on, check up. There we go, guys. What a fantastic tee shot that is. Slightly long, probably looking about an 8 foot putt. But if you haven't already done so, guys, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. So 7 foot putt down 2 inches. Just turning slightly to the right. Will be magnified due to the downhill elevation. But clean putt. And we do pick up our 4th birdie and move to 4 under par. So, hole number 6, par 4, playing 317 yards, stroke index 15. Wow. Really liking the layout and the look of this course. Once again, we see the rainbow. Slight dog leg left. I reckon you could drive this, you know. There is a bank there, a slope at the back of the green to accommodate us. 5 mile per hour wind. We can certainly drive this with a good stroke on it. Good tempo. Good designer there. Putting that bank so we can play it, use it. It's a great strike. Certainly going to find that bank. The wind's kicked in. Oh, this could be all over this flag stick depending on how much this runs back. What's a tee shot? Come on, come back. Should at least come back a few yards. Keep going. There we go, guys. Absolute phenomenal tee shot. That is going to set us up for an eagle putt. 15 feet down 2 inches. Ball is moving to the left. The greens aren't extremely challenging, guys, but there's just about enough challenge here for everyone. That's turning too much, is it? Oh, it's in. I thought for a second that it turned just a little bit too much. But we do pick up the eagle, move to 6 under par. So, hole number 7, par 5, playing 545 yards, stroke index 17. So if you play well here, this is a good scoring section of the course. Long, winding, narrow fairway, slight dog leg left. I would imagine that bunkers are in play for the layup shot, because I can't see us reaching this green in 2 in these wind conditions with the elevated elevated green. This wind should turn us back. Just looking to come over the right edge of this tree here. Oh, I've pushed it hard right. That green fairway should just about hold us here. Wow, look at that push right there, guys. That's I can't explain it. I know I'm doing it, I just can't put my finger on it. I don't know if we can reach this, so you know, just going to deal off this and sting it up there. I don't think we find the green. I think it's going to leave us a flop shot. I think that green's just slightly too elevated with his wind in our face. I've actually put a fast on it. I didn't mean to put on that fast. And we've actually not played that well. That's kicked all the way back into that bunker. It's going to be a pitch shot. 50 yards up 14 feet. Flop shot's not going to get there, is it? So it's going to have to be the lob wedge pitch. Just lofting this up a few touches. Greens are fast, so we'll run out. A slow and a push right. Wow. Horrible swing line at times today. And tempo. We were pin high though. So we've got a 13-foot putt. This one is going to turn to the left. Once again, slightly downhill. With these green speeds though, you don't want to be playing this too firm. Is that going to turn enough? It does turn firm enough, and we do pick up the birdie there. Didn't quite deserve the birdie, to be honest there, but we scrambled well. And we do move on to hole number 8. Par 3, playing 181 yards, stroke index 9. This could well be a challenging par 3, you know. Look at that pin location. Ooh, I think we're going to be in between clubs here, you know. 170 yards down 6, 3 mile per hour wind. I don't think 6 iron gets there, so we're going to have to 8 iron. So we're going to fully loft up the 7 iron. Try and stop this stone dead right next to the flag stick. I can't push this right. Not the amount of loft. Oh, it's a great strike. Perfect laser beam. This should sit down in a heartbeat. Oh, it's short. It stopped stone dead. I really didn't think that would have landed on the fringe. That's came up really short. The wind may have just changed on us there a little bit. But it's a 14-foot uphill putt. Makeable putt once again. Should hold its line. Oh, just turned off a little bit more than what I allowed for. And due to the weight, it didn't drop. Disappointed not to pick up birdie there after a really good tee shot. So we are going to remain at 7 under par. Hole number 9, hardest hole in the course. Playing 471 yards and is a par 4. This is such a natural looking course. I think the last few courses we have played have been extreme fantasy courses. This is a fictional course, but it's one of them courses that if the designer told you this was a real course out in Italy in the vineyards, Sicilian area, you would certainly believe him. I think the only reason this is the toughest hole in the course is due to the layout of the fairway. This is going to kick hard right, but it is uphill. Not happy with my swing, just not feeling it at times. It's another slight push right. I think it's just within the cone, so it's not really affecting us. This is going to kick to the right once again. Looks like we find a fairly flat surface of the fairway to play our approach shot into. 163 yards, down 6 feet. Got a 2 mile per hour wind in our favour. Just going to fully loft up this 8 iron. Just try to attack the pin here. It's a great... Oh, it's a slope. That's going to come up short. It's going to come up a good 7 or 8 yards short. Yeah, easily. There's the slow I was talking to you there, guys. You're probably seeing me taking more practice swings than normal. It's just... I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's a sensitivity. It's like... I just can't get the pull back fluid. So we've got an uphill putt. 24 feet out. Breaking multiple ways here. Pick the left edge, should turn back. Come on, get in, get in. Yes, there we go. Fantastic putt, best putt of the round so far. And somehow we do manage to move to 8 under through the front 9. So hole number 10, par 3, playing 223 yards, stroke index 2. This looks like it could well be a challenging par 3. A bunker certainly in play. 212 down 18 feet, I think 5 iron with this wind conditions, you know. Just looking to land this short of the flagstick and let the ball run out on these moderate greens. You will get more run out though due to the green speed. Put a fast on it, which I tend to do, but I've pushed that one slightly right. Holding its line though. That's going to sit down probably about 20 feet past the pin. I think it's going to be a downhill putt. 14 feet, down 3 inches. Just enough break to trouble us here. Certainly don't want to play this too firm, just touched it. Is it going to turn? Looks good. It is good. At least our putting's been of a consistent standard today. And we do move to 9 under par. Hole number 11, long par 5, playing 603 yards. Easiest hole on the course, coming in at stroke index 18. I'm loving the views off in the distance there though. Slight dog leg left. Don't think that's going to affect the tee shot though. I certainly can't see us reaching this in 2. Really impressed with the layout of this course. The sculpting, the routing, all the landscaping's been done to high quality as you would expect from my man of Scarpacci's ability and experience. Don't want to push this one right. Just not a clean swing at all. This should kick left. It does kick left. It's actually an ideal location to land. I can see the hole at the green and rest of the fairway now, but we're just not going to reach there. This is just going to come up a little bit short. Push that one right. Wind's just about holding us in there. I just can't explain these pushes right. I mean, I'm holding the controller as I normally do it. I'm clearly not swinging through the line I normally take. I am being punished heavily for these pushes. So, normally put a slow on these, so it should add us an extra yard or 2. It doesn't really affect the flop shots. But there we go, we do execute the slow. It's a slow. So that's actually affected our yardage a little bit. So it has come up a little bit short. I expected that to be 3 or 4 feet past the pin where it was an easier putt. We've got a 7-foot putt. We do convert it. And we move to 11 under par, is it? 10 under par, I do apologise. 10 under par. Not the most challenging courses, guys, especially the greens. But I don't think I've hit many fairways in regulation. Well, I have hit the majority of them, but there's a few holes we've not hit the fairways in regulation. Or greens in regulation, but what a fantastic looking hole this is. I would say this is the feature hole of the course so far. Stunning views. Keep saying it in videos that if this course was going to be advertised, this is probably the picture you would take. This is the hole you would take the picture of to showcase it. I think we just about make this, you know. That 7 mile per hour wind should move us left. Should have just about enough fairway to work with, but we can live with trickling out. Good strike. Very good strike. It's a wind taking it. Wind's not moving me to the left as much as I expected. How's it going to kick? Oh, it kicked aggressively forward. And with that, we do find the light raft, but it's going to be nothing more than a lob wedge or a pitch here. 71 yards up 4 feet. Definitely going to be a pitch. Lie's not too bad at all. Just going to loft up this pitch and wedge. See if we can execute this well. Probably going to be a little bit long here off the flag stick, but hoping it sits down instantly after a slight bounce. Horrible swing line, and that slope really affects pitch shots, and with that it's went long and right. But I'm very aware of the slow guys, and I certainly don't want to be playing these slows. So I do apologise. Don't know if we've played that well enough. Oh, we have. We have. I didn't think we read that as well as we could have. Turned beautifully for me. And somehow we managed to scramble the birdie. But like I say, greens aren't the most challenging of greens in this course. Everything else is going to test your game. There's a vineyard. Wow, there we go, guys. So there's a vineyard off in the distance on this stunning par 3, playing 154 yards to the pin, down 30 feet. So let's say 144. Just going to loft up this 9-iron. Do you know what? Water's in play the way I'm swinging here, but I'm trying to attack this pin. What a stunning hole. Wow, there you go. I can't put my finger on it. That should be all over this pin like a rash. Vineyards are cool, by the way. A lot of detail has went into them, and we should be rewarded with a simple 5-foot putt. No break in this at all. And we do pick up birdie number 12 after a fantastic tee shot into that 13th green. So hole number 14, par 4, playing 462 yards, stroke index 6. But I tell you something, guys, you need to get out there and play this course. This is up there with Scarpacci's best work, in my opinion. Such a relaxing round, no frustrations. You can shoot low. I mean, we've all been playing lots and lots of courses where you're doing well to shoot under par. So this one is great to test your game and go and shoot low. At long last, we're maybe starting to find our swing. But yeah, the perfect slows, I have been getting them a lot, guys, especially in the driving range. I'm sure that you guys who all play this game that know that the slows just kill you. I'm just going to de-loft this pitch and wedge a touch. Looking for this just to bounce on the fringe and hopefully run out for us. Ball's going to move left with the wind and the slope at our feet. Just not feeling it. Just not feeling it. I do apologise. It's like I've got golfitis. I can't release the The analog stick, but there we go. We'll manage a perfect. Bit of a wonky swing. It's going to be more left now. That could come up short now. Yeah. Another yard or two to the right, and that would have found the green and hopefully kicked forward. But it means we're just going to have to chip this in. Straightforward chip shot if we can execute it. Have I hit it? Have I hit it? No, didn't have the line either. Good swing line though. And we are going to pick up a disappointing par there. We'd have liked to birdie that one. But I'm just convinced it's down to the sensitivity of the analog stick now. That's 2 years old, this controller is almost, and it's just that repetition. If moving it back and forward, it certainly loosens it. But it is quite a muggy afternoon here, so my hands are sweating a little bit. But as always, I'm sure I'll find a solution for the rest of the round and following rounds to come. Hole 15, par 4, short par 4. This should be no more. Let me see. Gonna have to draw this round actually. There should be no more than a drive and a lob wedge, maybe even a pitch shot, you know. Oh, we've executed that well. So you do require a few shot shaping shots in this course if you're going to be aggressive. But this is a course that is going to attract all levels of players. Seasoned TGC players and newbies. So there's a slope there at the back if you want to use it. I'm not looking to use that. I'm trying to just fire this right at the flag stick. There we go. This should be another shot. It's all over it. Should bounce out and sit. There we go. Oh, a little bit of backspin once again, but I can guarantee you we're on a slight downhill slope. This should be an uphill putt. There you go. These little slopes just making out that we are acquiring a little bit of backspin. Good design in that, you know. Like I said in my backspin video, these courses that the PGA Tour pros do play and get backspin very purposefully, that these greens are designed for that kind of shot. Optimized to increase the rate of backspin. But hole number 16, it's another long par 5, playing 600 yards, stroke index 16. It's going to be a dogleg right, but plenty of fairway to work with down this left hand side. But this is just such a stunning looking course, guys. Really, really impressed with this. This is certainly up there with Scarpacci's finest work, in my opinion. The fact it was designed on the PS4 is even more highly impressive. So just a touch of fade, just to straighten this out. Looking to find the right centre. I've slightly pushed that and it looks like it's going hard right. Would you? No, it's not. No, it's not. That's about bang on. I thought that slight push right there was going to take us into the tree line. It was just the camera angle. Ooh. Oh, I tell you what, I'm gonna play short here, preferably leave a lob wedge, full lob wedge. I don't think we could have reached that green or landing area in 2 in these wind conditions. Great layup shot with a hybrid. It's actually a pitch. Ooh, that's an error on my part. I did loft up that hybrid. I think it must have ran out more. So just fully lofting up this 9-iron, just getting this to land on the front of the green. Oh, I've nailed that. Oh, we've played this well. Played that really, really well. Pitching's probably not my strongest part in the game. But we are rewarded with a tap-in birdie and move to 14 under par. This course is such a pleasure to play. It really, really is. There's plenty of holes here that could undo your round. I've just been fortunate that when I swung poorly, yes, I've been affected with it, but we've managed to recover, scramble well. Hole number 17, playing 481 yards, stroke index 8. Tight area there in between that 2 bunkers. I would imagine it's going to be a drive and probably a longish iron. The wind's just picked up this back 9. Got a 7 mph wind. Let's see. Oh, that tree's in play, so we're going to have to counteract that wind with some draw here. Very narrow fairway. Certainly feeling my swing a lot more this back nine. You've probably noticed the last few holes I've not been taking as many practice shots. I do normally 9 times out of 10 have a dish towel here, guys, or a hand towel next to me for my hands for when they do sweat. Schoolboy error, didn't take one today, so I've just been rubbing my hands on my t-shirt. Just going to deal off this 5-iron. I'm convinced there's enough yardage here to get there. 202, up 14. Great strike. Really starting to feel my swing now. This could be beautiful. Oh, it's just... Oh, I really felt we would have carried the heavy rough there. Probably a yard or two out, and that could have been an exceptional shot. Do you know what? Let's putt this. Let's putt this. It's an uphill putt. 11 yards out. Oh, I've played that too firm. I'll tell you now, I've played that too firm. That could go off the green. What a poor putt that was. Far too much porridge for my breakfast this morning. And that's left us a tough putt. I'd be gutted if I drop a shot on this course. It's downhill. It's certainly going to turn. Slightly more exact. Oh, we've nailed it. I love the ball trail that you get on the greens in the fairway when you pay attention due to the rain. But we do manage to scramble a par there. Quite a few of you have asked how do you scramble so well. It's because look at my game at times, guys. I'm all over the place. I've got to scramble well due to my aggressive attitude towards the game. For me, it's shoot low or go home. But this is a beautiful finishing hole. There's the clubhouse off on the right. It's a par 4 playing 458 yards. But what a stunning course this is, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Can't pick any faults. Only criticism for me personally is I felt the greens were just slightly too easy to be a challenge. So just apply and fade here. Try to hug the right hand side of this dog leg right fairway. Laser beam. Oh, we've applied far too much fade. That's going to be buried. Oh, it's plugged. That is absolutely plugged. We're not reaching this green into, I can assure you that. And that tree is beautifully placed. That tree is beautifully placed. Because it's right in my way. I'm just going to see if we can keep this to the left of the tree. Oh no. That slopes took us towards it. Oh, we've clattered into it. With that, we've come up short. Fantastically, strategically well placed tree there. Need to execute a good pitch here. Lie 75 to 82. That green is it's downhill then uphill. This is tough. I'm going to have to go with the pitching wedge here. 73 yards, and I think this may just about run out up towards the pin. For good execution. We've got the good execution. This shouldn't check up quickly. Keep running out. Yes, that should be a fairly straightforward putt from there. What a fantastic recovery shot. Once again, scrambling well, but can we knock this in for the par? Nothing in it. Just going to play this straight and firm. And we do manage to scramble. We've scrambled a few pars today, guys. Let's be honest. I don't think we've hit many fairways or greens in regulation. But there we go, a 58. Scarpacci Vineyard 2020 by Antonio Scarpacci. Absolute fantastic course. Very natural. Plays superbly. Especially for the top players that want to shoot low. But that is it for today's video, guys. That for me is a favourite and a 5-star. But until the next video, take care. Peace out. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. Cheers.